Welcome. My name is Derric, and I'm the certified meditation teacher and lead mindfulness facilitator here at Middle Way Meditation Center. And this is an introduction to mindfulness meditation. There are many reasons why someone might want to begin meditating. If you're here, it might be because your mind feels busy, cluttered, or perhaps you're just seeking a few moments of peace. Whatever brought you here, the invitation is to simply sit and meet this moment together while we explore the study and practice of mindfulness meditation. In our last session together, we explored what I called our storytelling minds. We saw how the mind is constantly weaving narratives, worries, plans, judgments, and how those stories can hook us like Velcro and create stress in our bodies. We practice learning to observe our thoughts rather than being swept away by them, resting like the deep, still ocean beneath the waves. Today, we're going to add another essential dimension to our practice. We're going to explore how we relate to ourselves and others in the midst of all this storytelling. We're going to talk about kindness. Now, you might be wondering, what does kindness have to do with mindfulness? Isn't mindfulness about paying attention? Well, how we pay attention matters just as much as that we pay attention. We can pay attention in a way that is harsh, critical, and judgmental, and many of us do. Or we can pay attention in a way that's gentle, curious, and compassionate. Mindfulness without kindness can become dry, even cruel. But when we bring kindness into our awareness, something softens, something heals. Today we're going to explore the practice of loving kindness. It's a formal practice of cultivating goodwill, friendliness, and compassion. First for ourselves, and then for others. And it's not about forcing ourselves to feel any particular way. It's about planting the seed, opening the heart, and allowing those qualities to grow. Let's begin by settling in together. So, if you're comfortable with it, let your eyes close or soften your gaze toward the floor. Take a few deep, full breaths. Inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly. Let the body settle. Feel the support of the chair beneath you. And arrive here just as you are. And now opening your eyes if they are closed. Before we go further, let's talk for a moment about why this matters. Why we're caught in our storytelling minds. When the Velcro of worry and self-criticism is pulling at us, our experience becomes very constricted. It's like the heart is holding its breath. We feel separate and alone. Loving kindness does something remarkable. It begins to open that contracted space. It softens the armor that we carry. And in that opening, something shifts. We start to see ourselves and others with more clarity, more forgiveness, and more acceptance. Tara Brach often speaks of a tenderizing of the heart. When we practice loving kindness, we're not pretending everything is fine. We're not bypassing our pain or our difficulties. We're simply bringing a different quality of attention to them. We're meeting our experience with kindness instead of with resistance or harshness. Research shows that this practice actually changes our brains. It strengthens the neural pathways associated with empathy, compassion, and positive emotion. Over time, it becomes easier to access these qualities. The Teflon starts to hold a little more. The Velcro loosens its grip. This is how loving kindness supports growth and healing. It creates a safe inner environment where we can meet our difficulties without being overwhelmed. It reminds us that we are not alone in our suffering, that this is part of being human. So how do we practice this? There's a simple, beautiful structure that makes this accessible. It's called an anchor phrase. An anchor phrase is a short set of words repeated silently to ourselves that plant the seeds of goodwill. It's like dropping a gentle anchor into the heart. We don't force the feeling. We simply offer the phrases with intention and let whatever arises be okay. There are traditional phrases, but you can adapt them to whatever feels true for you. I'll share the ones I often use, the ones I learned from my teachers. Starting with ourselves, we silently repeat, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. You can say them slowly, pausing between each phrase. Let the words land. If they feel true, that's wonderful. If they feel like a stretch, that's okay too. You're planting the seeds. As we continue, we'll extend the same phrases to others, a benefactor, a friend, a neutral person, even someone that we may view as difficult. And finally, to all beings everywhere. The practice isn't about achieving a particular feeling. It's about the intention. It's about showing up for ourselves and others with a heart that wishes well. Now, to understand why this practice is so important, especially toward ourselves, I want to share with you a story. It's a story I first heard from Jack Kornfield, and it speaks to what loving kindness can uncover within ourselves. It's the story of the Golden Buddha. Many centuries ago, in what is now Thailand, there was a magnificent solid gold Buddha. It was about 10 feet tall, weighing several tons. When enemy armies were approaching, the monks who cared for the statue knew that they had to protect it. So they covered the entire statue in a thick layer of mud and clay. They disguised it as an ordinary, unremarkable statue. The armies came and they destroyed the temple and the monks. The statue was overlooked. Just a humble clay figure. And for centuries, it sat there, forgotten, covered in clay. Hundreds of years later, some monks were moving the statue. It was heavy, much heavier than it should have been for clay. And in the process of moving it, a small piece of the clay had chipped off. And beneath it, they saw a glint of gold. They worked carefully, chipping away at the clay, and discovered the magnificent golden Buddha that had been hiding all along. This story is a metaphor for each of us. We come into this world with a heart that is whole, that is capable of great love and wisdom. But over time, we cover that gold with layers of clay, layers of criticism, of fear, of stories we've been told, of wounds we've carried. I'm not good enough. I should be different. I'm a failure. Layer after layer. And we walk around believing that we are just ordinary clay. We forget the gold that is our true nature. The practice of loving kindness is like gently chipping away at the clay. It's not about becoming something that we're not. It's about uncovering what's been there all along. The kindness we offer ourselves begins to soften those hardened layers. The compassion we offer begins to reveal the gold beneath. And here's the beautiful thing. As we begin to see the gold in ourselves, we start to see it in others too. We see through their clay. We recognize the same longing for happiness, the same vulnerability, the same essential goodness. This is how loving kindness supports growth and healing. It doesn't create something new. It uncovers what has always been there. Let's try this practice together now. We'll do a loving kindness practice for about 10 minutes, beginning with ourselves. So let's settle in again, finding a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed or a soft gaze downward toward the floor. Feel the body sitting here. Bring your attention to the center of your chest, the area around your heart. You can place a hand there if that feels supportive. And just feeling the gentle rise and fall of the breath in this area. Now, let's call to mind the image of yourself. Not a critical image, not the one covered in clay, just the you that is sitting here breathing, doing the best you can. Now, silently we'll offer the anchor phrases. I'll say them and you can repeat them silently after me or simply let them wash over you. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease of suffering. And we'll do another round for ourselves, taking your time. Feeling free to alter these phrases in any way that feels right to you. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease of suffering. And now if it feels accessible, you can try offering these phrases to someone you care about. Picture someone who has been kind to you, someone who has supported you. It could be a friend, a family member, a teacher, or even a pet. See them in your mind's eye. And silently offer to them these same phrases. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease of suffering. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Now, if you feel ready, you can extend this to all beings. No need to picture everyone, just holding the intention. To all beings everywhere, including yourself, including those you love, and perhaps even including those who you find difficult. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings live with ease of suffering. And now, letting the phrases go, let your attention rest in the natural rhythm of your breath, noticing any sensations in the body, perhaps a warmth, an openness, or maybe nothing at all. Whatever is here is fine. When you're ready, you can begin to gently open your eyes, perhaps make any adjustment to your posture that you feel you need. And in that practice, you might have noticed a range of things. Maybe the phrases felt natural and true. Maybe they felt awkward or even brought up some resistance. And that's all okay. Sometimes when we offer kindness to ourselves, we bump into the clay. There may be a voice that says, "You don't deserve this," or "This is silly." That voice is part of the old conditioning. It's the clay. The practice isn't to argue with that voice. It's to keep planting the seeds, to keep offering the phrases with gentleness, even if they feel like a stretch. Over time, the clay begins to soften and crack. The gold begins to show. Joseph Goldstein often says that loving kindness is not about feeling a certain way. It's about having the intention to be kind. And that intention, repeated over and over, begins to shape the mind and heart. I want to close today with a few lines from a poem by Galway Kinnell. It's called Saint Francis and the Sow. The poem is about seeing the goodness that is already there, waiting to be recognized. The bud stands for all things, even for those things that don't flower. For everything flowers from within, though sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness, to put a hand on its brow of the flower, and retell it in words and in touch, it is lovely, until it flowers again from within. This is what we're doing in loving kindness practice. We are reteaching ourselves our own loveliness. We are putting a hand on our own brow, gently, kindly, reminding ourselves of what is true beneath the clay. And in time, we begin to flower from within. I invite you to take one more gentle breath here together. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself and your dedication to your own well-being. You navigated distractions, you followed your breath, you noticed body sensations. You showed up for yourself, and that is a profound success. And maybe noticing how you feel now compared to an hour ago. Perhaps a little more grounded, a little more spacious, a little more present. Some of the benefits of meditation may be felt right away. However, meditation is not a quick fix. It requires regular practice. Just as with exercise, as you meditate more regularly, you may begin to see positive benefits more regularly that tend to generalize into other parts of your life. If you would like to explore mindfulness meditation at home, it can be as easy as having a dedicated space where you can limit distractions and setting aside just 5 to 10 minutes a day to practice. If you would like to explore mindfulness meditation together with a community of meditators, I invite you to join us in person at Middleway Meditation Center, located at 60 Adams Street in Milton, Massachusetts. Currently, classes run every Saturday at 9 a.m. The full schedule is available at mindfulselfdefense.org. Thank you for your presence and your practice.